All right, you're probably looking to move to Albuquerque and you're wondering, what is there even to do there? What things can I get into? Where can I have some fun at? And in this video, lucky for you, I'm going to be talking about those things. So let's get right into it. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Living in Albuquerque channel. My name is Eli, and if this is your first time tuning in, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom here, somewhere along here. That way you guys are never missing out on any kind of videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful city of Albuquerque has to offer. Now, aside from doing these videos and, going to amazing parks like this, I am also a local real estate agent here in Albuquerque, and that number popping up on the screen here is my direct line. So if there's anything I can do for you, please feel free to reach out. If you're coming through, you've probably already been told and you probably already heard or did your research, but Old Town is going to be one of the top places you're going to want to first start at. Old Town is just going to give you that vibe for what Albuquerque is. You're going to see the different kinds of people just shopping there, local shopping there, tourist shopping there, and you're going to see what Albuquerque has to offer as, in pretty much a little section of this I guess, neighborhood, to put it into retrospect. This area has, boutique shopping. You can go down to the Christmas shop, or you can go down to one of the small boutiques, the local shop vendors there. Like, they got a place where they sell beard care for all you guys out there that are looking for some natural stuff. This is a local place that creates all their stuff in-house, I believe. And then they also have places where you can go and get your New Mexico merch at. Those kinds of things are available there to you. You can go down there, and if you just want to enjoy some good food, Village Pizza and High Noon, and they also have the Noisy Waters Winery down there that, has a nice seating area. They got fire pits. They open up their doors. It's really nice. They got the old school vibe there just because of the architecture there. And they do an awesome job of keeping up with this area and putting in the money to make sure that it stays looking good, just to attract more people to come in. But hey, if you just kind of want to sit around and just people watch, if you just grab an ice cream down at the parlor / candy store, which is a dangerous place if you got kids like me, if you go down there and just grab a nice cone of ice cream, or you grab some candy and sit down at the little middle area, kind of like the gathering place where the gazebo is at, you can see the old church there. You can sit around and people watch, or just enjoy the evening, because it is actually pretty nice. And, being in the middle there, it's pretty shaded, it's nice, it's comfortable, and you're not going to feel like you're going to want to leave. But if you just want to know a little bit more about what Albuquerque is, where it started from, or the different kinds of things and tours that they have there are going to be one of the things that you want to check out. They have the Breaking Bad tour for one. That one's a cool one. They go around the city just kind of telling you the different film locations, all about that scene and those kinds of things. But if you are a ghoulish person like me, Halloween, right? They have ghost tours there, and they talk about all the different ghosts that are there. Obviously, it's super old, so of course it's going to be haunted. But they in the Halloween time, in October, around that time, they make this tour kind of like a haunted house. And I got to tell you guys, my wife, she always tells me about this. Growing up, they had like this alleyway, and I believe they still do it, where they basically shut it down with like black trash bags, make it real dark, and they fill it with clowns. So if you're thinking about coming down in Halloween time and that's something that you want to do, just beware that there's this alley subsection, I don't know where it's at, that is just filled with clowns. And if you're terrified of clowns, beware. All right, not my super favorite one. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not going to admit it to you guys, but the tram is one of the largest trams in the world, and we have it here in our backyard, and it's about a 15-minute ride up and 15-minute ride down, and it just kind of gives you this whole tour of what Albuquerque is. And at the top of that tram area, they have an upscale restaurant. It is going to be a little bit more pricey. It is kind of like that white tablecloth, small portion meals. Not my style, because I love to eat and I like big portions. But hey, if that's your style and you just want to enjoy the experience, you want to get up at the top, and they highly recommend that you go at night. That way you can kind of get the city view. But if you don't want to ride the tram, there is a back way that is super scenic. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And you can just, after you're done having your meal, you can kind of enjoy the peak up there and just kind of look at the city and overlook it. Even during the day, it's super nice and it's super beautiful. But $30 to get onto the tram, and it's going to cost you a little bit more to eat. So just be mindful of that. All right, I got to plug this one in because the man behind the lens on all this stuff here, it makes a tradition of going to this place every year for his birthday. And I think he started it with his kids. So shameless little plug for the biopark there. It's awesome. It's beautiful. They got different things to offer with over 900 animals. Believe it or not, we have that much animals in our park. And, it's a combination of different kinds of animals and multiples of one. It's one of those things that growing up here in Albuquerque, you kind of grow an attachment to going to the biopark, looking at all these animals. You kind of grow up with some of these guys. And recently, one of our polar bears just died from old age. And it was kind of a sad thing because we were all so connected. I can remember as a kid, going to the park to see this guy and, my kids seeing this guy. So it's one of those things that you kind of develop a connection to. But if you aren't, super into animals or whatever the case is, they also host events there from time to time. One of them is during, again, Halloween time. They shut down the whole park and kind of dress it up to make sure that it's a safe environment for kids to go down and trick or treat and, get, substantial amounts of candy, because we took in our kids there and we came back with so much candy that we didn't know what to do with it. We gave a lot of it away. But if you are an adult and you want to partake, they also host concerts there. From time to time, you might want to check out the events that are going on online. I think this summer they have a couple of different artists coming through. Sometimes they're big names, sometimes they're local people. It just really depends. But if you're kind of more on the athletic side, every year they host a run for the zoo. That's a big thing here. A lot of people partake in it. And I believe it's a 5K that, you run, donate to the zoo, make sure that place just kind of keeps up and running. Like I told you guys, a lot of us hold a little bit of a sentimental value to that area. So we want to make sure that it stays here, not only for us to continue to enjoy, but for our kids to see. Big event that happens every October, and this one's a fan favorite for people all across the world. Believe it or not, we have the largest balloon fiesta in the nation, in the world. It's international. It's so big that people from different countries fly their balloons here. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? They don't actually fly in them, but they fly them here. They host competitions, to see who has, number one, the best balloon. They host a race, all these kind of different things. But I got to forewarn you, majority of the time, if you're wanting to see these things go up, you're going to have to get there super early. I'm talking about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to be sitting in line just to make sure that you get a good spot, because I'm telling you, this is not a lie. It's super big, and a bunch of different vendors go down there. You got like Blake's Lauterburger, Piñon Coffee House, which is a local favorite here. Believe it or not, yep, we roast piñons in our coffee or make coffee out of them. I'm not too sure what the process is. It's like the crusty crab. They won't give you the secret, but gosh, that coffee is so amazing. It's so good. It's one place that I highly recommend that you go and try if you're ever down here. They got little different spots or drive-thrus that you could kind of pick up and go through as you make your way to the park. If not, then you can get yourself something there at the park. Breakfast burritos. Believe it or not, this is the origination of the breakfast burrito. That's what they say. I believe it 100%. I'm going to stick with it. Any of you haters out there can, comment down below and tell me where you believe the first burritos were started at. But historically, from the years past, there has been a ton of vendors, whether it's food, merch that you're trying to buy for the place. I mean, this is going to be a place that you're going to want to check out if you get the opportunity to. Just be mindful that it does get busy, and if you're not an early riser, they also have the balloon glow, and it's awesome just to see at night. Just see all these balloons light up, and they have a fireworks show at the end and everything. And they also host bands there. For the adults, they have like these areas where you can go and enjoy a nice cold drink. And if you got kiddos, they always have different kinds of events for the kiddos, petting zoos, balloon stuff that they can create. And they make it really interacting for families and for individuals. That way they can always keep the people coming back. My favorite topic, guys. You guys know what it is. Food. Food here is amazing. It's super flavorful. I've been all across the country, and nothing beats our food, to be honest with you. Even Colorado tries to steal our swag. I'm not gonna say anything, but Colorado, your green chili is just not Hatch. We have the original Hatch chili here. And we also have red chili too, right? But that's a little bit more on the global side, but we primarily pride ourselves on our green chili. We are the green chili capital of the world, and you can see it in all of our foods. I mean, you go to McDonald's and we have a green chili cheeseburger. You go to, a sushi bar and you're getting green chili inside of your sushi. So if you're looking for hot, spicy foods, super flavorful foods, you're going to pretty much get it anywhere here. One of the big places that I recommend, it's a local favorite, it's going to be Garcia's down on Central. I like that place because it's a mix of New Mexican and Mexican food, right? I grew up in a Mexican household, so it just really brings me back to my mother's cooking and my grandmother's cooking, and also with that New Mexico spin, which makes me feel right at home. They got sopapillas, homemade tortillas, and all that stuff there. And they also do takeout, so if you're not one that likes to sit at a restaurant, you kind of want to pick it up and go back to your hotel or go back home, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, so after you're done eating some flavorful food, some good food, you're going to want to head down to the Botanical Gardens to walk it off. The Botanical Gardens is about 32 acres of just lush greenery, different kinds of scapes that they have there as far as scenery goes. They kind of categorize it in different areas of the world too. They got like the Chinese garden, they got native plants and kind of like the rainforest plants. One of the largest gardens in the world, believe it or not. I think it's number 12 in the whole United States. And it's beautiful. It's awesome. They host events there from time to time. The Mexicans, we love our music, so they're going to host concerts there every so often. More on the local side, they're going to bring in local artists. And believe it or not, we have our own music, New Mexican music. If you haven't tuned into it, it's kind of like a mix of Mexican and Spanish music. It's beautiful music, and we love and pride ourselves on that. So they're going to host a lot of those types of events there. And if you're looking to host your private event, like a wedding or a birthday or anything like that, they also do that for you. But hey, if you just want to get outside, this is going to be a place that you want to do it because it connects one of the other two areas that keeps you outside, right? Well, this one doesn't keep you outside, but the aquarium is connected to the Botanical Gardens, and you can also get to the zoo through this little train system that is super awesome. It's cool. If you got kiddos, they're going to enjoy that. But hey, me as an adult, I like getting on that thing and just kind of going from the Botanical Gardens through the aquarium and also through the park. And it's fun, it's awesome, it's relaxing, and it just kind of makes you feel like a kid again if you're 29 years old and looking to do something fun. On the subject of being outside, like I am today, like most of my videos are, because Albuquerque has an amazing climate that the majority of the time is going to be spent outside. You're either going to be hiking, you're going to be, biking, or just going to a park and just hanging out. If you got a dog, you're going to bring your dog here and play catch with them. I mean, this park is huge. It's a whole block, and it's right in the middle of Albuquerque. So this is one of the parks that you can come down to. It's right next to Tingley Beach, and it's beautiful. It's super green. They take really good care of these parks down here in this country club area. But if you don't want to go to a park and you just kind of want to be up in the mountains, tons of trails up there, tons of biking trails, tons of hiking trails that you can enjoy if you're up there. If you just want to be in the mountains, make sure to bring a lot of water and a lot of sunscreen because it's a majority of shrubbery. Once you start to head up the mountain, you start hitting the big trees and stuff like that. But another area, if you're on the west side, is going to be the petroglyph area. And the west side, just everywhere that you go in the neighborhoods, they're walkable. You can hit up the trails. You can get down to the bosque, go through the river. Those kinds of things are available to you guys. And again, people are always hosting, events here in the parks or downtown or in uptown. They block off the streets. That way you can kind of roam, shop, and enjoy some good food and just kind of be around people and people watch. We all love to people watch because, sometimes we do funny things. But other than that, guys, the climate here just permits us to be outside, and you can find yourself just starting to do that because why not take advantage of that? All right, guys, I touched on just a couple of things here, and we have a ton more things to do here, right? And I'll touch on those as we go through the videos. But for now, these are one of the top things to do here in Albuquerque, whether or not you like history, you just kind of want to go shopping or enjoy some good food, or just get outside and enjoy a beautiful day like today. This is going to be the top things that you do here in Albuquerque. And if you have a little bit more questions, or you're just wondering, hey, is there anything else to do? I'm kind of particular in this kind of thing. That number popping up on the screen here is my direct line. And as much as I love doing these videos, I would also love to help you out with your real estate needs, because again, I am a licensed broker here in New Mexico, and I manage Albuquerque and the surrounding areas. So feel free to reach out, because I am the one that answers all the calls, texts, and emails. And I'd love to talk to you guys about whatever questions you have. But aside from doing this, I'm going to go and enjoy the day. I'm going to go get myself a bagel and some coffee. Not Pinon Coffee, but it's going to be one of the local places here. Probably Sueños Coffee, which is another place that I highly recommend to go check out. But until next time, guys, peace.